Hello everybody. I entitled this video, "It's the Oil, Stupid," not because I have any facts or figures or that there's any scientific basis on what I'm going to talk about. If you agree or disagree, you can either give me a comment or you can send me a video reply to this video. The reason I think it's the oil, stupid, and here we go back to the global warming issue, and as I've said, I'm going to refer back to my other videos. I have no scientific knowledge on what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to say what I'm going to say from the standpoint of someone who's been around for a while, and this is what I think. I think the whole global warming issue is nothing but a way to try to get us, and I've got to speak as us as Americans, to conserve oil. Now, why do I think that? Look at it like this. If we did everything that we have been hearing about to combat global warming, and we went right down the line with all the suggestions, and the rest of the world refused to do it with us, would we make much of an impact? There are countries out there that are developing more than any time in the history of the world. And I have a feeling that some of those developing countries are not going to chime in with us on global warming because, let's admit it, we have been so used to cheap energy, and I can make that statement a lot easier than some of the younger people because, again, as I said in one of my videos, you know, I believe that I can remember paying like 16 cents a gallon for gasoline, and if you would spend $1, they would give you some beautiful Carnival glass to go with your purchase. And a lot of these places had coupon books, and I think you could get, like, for every $1 you spent for gasoline, you could get a coupon worth 10 cents. Now that may not be exactly right, but I'm not too far off. And while we were doing that, the rest of the world was paying high prices for energy. So we've come to a point in the history of our country to where I think, now this is just strictly what I think, I have no proof, I have no scientific proof, but by the same token there's other people out there making statements that sound scientific that has absolutely nothing to do with science. But I believe that this whole thing is to get the people to thinking about conserving fuel, where now if you have a large vehicle, and like I say, I'm not going to name any brands or anything because you know what I'm talking about, and say you're getting 15 miles per gallon. If the global warming debate continues, it will get to the point to where people will not want to drive those large vehicles for the fear of people making fun of them, which some people do that now. But even with that, when you stop and think about it, another example, you know, they have these recycling locations. We have one in our county. And I don't know what the monthly salary is of the people that work there, and how much money was probably appropriated through the government to build this facility. But I guarantee you, you could take a group of people and walk along the local highways, and you could pick up more plastic bottles in a month than they will recycle in 5 years. Now, there's no facts there, people. I'm just making statements. But what I'm trying to get at is I wish that we could just have someone to say, listen folks, we have got to conserve energy, and we do not want to be dependent on the rest of the world for our energy. And I also think that this debate is designed to make it politically, I wanted to use a word, but I'm not going to use that word, to make it politically acceptable to drill for oil where the jackrabbits roam. Now, the environmentalist will not go along with that, but if our energy crisis gets to the point to where you're paying $6 a gallon for gasoline, who knows what people will authorize, and who knows what people will let the politicians do just to get us some energy and be independent from the rest of the world. But I'm going to reiterate what I said. When we do all of that, the rest of the world is still out there. And if they don't chime in, then what? Well, thank you very much for listening. There is absolutely no scientific facts on any of the things I said. I'm just telling you how I feel down deep in my soul about global warming and oil. I think the whole thing is revolving around getting us to quit driving automobiles that get 16 miles per gallon. Well, thank you very much. We'll see you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.